Hey everybody, Hein here, and today I'm going to drive one of the cars that I'm selling, my 1997 Toyota Conquest 1300 Tazz, and it is an absolute gem of a car. So the Tazz, or Conquest, or in this case the Conquest 1300 Tazz, is a car that South Africans absolutely fell in love with since it was first launched or produced in South Africa all the way back in 1988. The Conquest, as it was so affectionately known, was the hatchback version of the Corolla. So very good cars that played a very important role within the car culture of South Africa. I mean, thinking about it is just how many people would have had their first date in one of these. Went off to college, got this as a student vehicle. I mean, young families were ferried across South Africa in a car that was, for a lack of a better description, basic yet bulletproof. And I suppose bulletproof for exactly that reason. Very basic vehicle. When it was launched in 1988, there were two engines offered for this vehicle. The one was a 1300 and the other a 1600. Now, funny enough, when I checked the stats on those two engines, they produced exactly the same amount of power. 53 kilowatts to be precise. Although I do reckon that the little 1.6 had slightly more torque, but I don't think it would be so significant that you'd really feel it driving the vehicles. Be it as it may, this is a phenomenal little car. Now, as many of you would know, having watched my channel or followed me on social media, and if you don't, and if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button right now and go and check me out on Facebook and on Instagram. So anyway, getting back to the car. So when I bought this car, it was already in good condition. But I felt that it's such an icon that it really affords itself for me to invest a little bit more time and money into restoring it. There was some scratches, and it's got this metallic green paint, so it had one or two scratches, nothing serious, but just enough to conjure up a little bit of OCD within my little mind. So I decided that we're going to completely respray this vehicle. Anyway, so we went ahead and we resprayed this vehicle. I had the dashboard redone, and the seats were actually in very good condition. They had seat covers on them, so for most of its life. So certainly as a car, there was enough to work with to justify the extra money that I spent on sprucing it up. Now about the car itself, well, the Conquest 1300 Tazz, as this is known, was initially launched in 1996 as a very basic version of the vehicle. Yet this specific car is not that basic considering what is in the market. With this car, something that absolutely personifies the era is it has not one but two ashtrays. can you believe it, for a small car like this, 2 ashtrays. It doesn't have power steering. You don't really notice it while driving, and to be honest with you, it's not that heavy when you're stagnant as well, so it's not that big of a train smash. The other thing is that I did was I fitted this with a Bluetooth radio, and I have 2 6x9s in the back for those party animals. And if you're going to be taking passengers with you, leg room in the back is quite decent. As I said, I'm 1.71 centimeters tall, and I have enough leg room. The only thing is the headroom is slightly compromised. The boot space is decent. You'll be able to fit quite a bit more in the back of the car as you'd think. And of course it's got central locking. I also blacked out the wheel wells on the inside and put brand new headlights, so little things like that. Then one of the things that I really liked, it's a small detail, but what I did was just where at the bottom of the door, at the side sill where it just goes into the vehicle, I put stone chip there, so that when whoever's going to be owning this vehicle drives, they won't damage the paint. The way that this vehicle presents, and I've bought and sold many vehicles during the course of this year, but this seems to be the vehicle that has drawn more attention to it than any of my other cars. And I've had some nice ones, to put it mildly. So that to me says something about what I think must be one of South Africa's darlings in our motoring history. Long live the Toyota Tazz, or in this case, Toyota Conquest 1300 Tazz.